This video is sponsored by EA's Creator Network. Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a special video thingy to the EA Creator Network. I was flown over to London for a special capture event to capture the new World Cup game mode. It's a new mode that is coming to FIFA. It will be in your game, I think November 9th, probably when this video is out. And I just wanted to quickly go through the menus and show you what is going on so you understand. Basically at the start you get to go through, pick your favorite team. It shows teams that weren't qualified. A whole heap of different arrays there. You can play online and all that kind of good stuff. But if you want to play through the actual World Cup, it's got the official group stages. If you want to play with a team that hasn't been qualified, you can actually swap one of those in. They've got the kits and all that kind of good stuff. First thing I tried was just some quick sims to see if we could get Australia through to the World Cup. Some okay results, but unfortunately knocked out in the group stage. Tried again with the playable highlights, got knocked out again, and so then I tried to do the actual full simulation trials here. So a 3-1 win against France, which is a really good start. A 3-0 win against Tunisia, so a good start to the group stage here. Unfortunately, a loss to Denmark, where we do go through top of the group to the round of 16, which was an interesting encounter, taking on Mexico. 120 minutes at 0-0. We go through to penalties, and it was a little bit tense. The round of 16, I don't even think Australia's got that far, to be fair. But yeah, taking on the Mexicans here in a real tense penalty shootout. And I mean, for this mode, it's just a little bit of addition just to, you know, have something to do while the World Cup is on. So it's nice to see the addition. It may be the last World Cup that we mode that we get with the FIFA licensing going. Obviously, the World Cup is part of FIFA, so we may not see this again from EA Sports. We'll have to wait and see what does happen in the future. But Australia, 3-2 at the moment on penalties, missing a few even on the simulations, and very, very tense. 3-3. Can Australia get the job done? Rostic checks up and it makes it 4-3. But I guess if you wanted to really get invested in this, you'll probably play through a few times while the World Cup's going on. Just something different, just something extra there for you to play. You can play against your mates, you can pick a few teams and try and qualify through. But we beat Mexico, we go into the quarterfinals, we take on England, and luckily enough, Australia have somehow come through with the biscuits here and get themselves a 1-0 win to go through to the semi-finals, where I think, from memory, yes, it was France. Well, we towed them up in the group stage, and we've towed them up again here 2-0, and that takes us through to the final. So big effort here from the Australian squad. Now the squads have been slightly adjusted. Some of the ratings have been just to try and even out the playing fields a little bit, which does make the gameplay a little bit more authentic in feel. But we're through here to the final, so we've got the full simulation of the final here against Belgium. There was a lot of guys doing simulations at the event, and I did see Belgium get to the final a lot of times in a lot of people's playthroughs, so maybe a dark horse to watch. Maybe this is something to maybe put your money on in this year's World Cup. 16 minutes in, not a lot of action between the Australians and the Belgians. The Australians have been playing very defensive and playing a possession-style game through this simulation. And will it be enough to get the Australians a World Cup tie? That would be absolutely hilarious and wonderful to see a minnow team come through. But yeah, the World Cup mode, you know, you've got some new badges, some new styling, and all that kind of good stuff. All the official things are in there. I think that the squads will be updated as well as the teams do get released with their final squads for the World Cup. And even so, like the Brazilian squad, if you play career mode, it doesn't actually have the official Brazil squad, but in this mode it will have the official Brazil team. So that's nice to see that it's licensed, but it's only for this particular game mode. So I just keep that in mind. We get to half-time here, 0-0. Not a lot of action here in this World Cup final. Only the one shot, but Australia holding a lot of possession. We move here into the second half, hoping that the Aussies can come through with the goods. It would be tremendous, absolutely tremendous as an Australian to see, you know, I think anyone around the world. But then Mertens, 5 minutes into the second half, he's juiced up, and Belgium take a lead. Not looking good here for the Australians. One shot apiece. Just been an absolute tussle for possession in the midfield here by the looks of things. So I guess if you want to play this mode, it is free, of course. It'll be a part of the, you know, the FIFA that you've already bought in the next title update. And yeah, the online mode, the normal mode. You can create custom tournaments if you want. Bring as many unqualified teams in as you like. And 2-0 Belgium, not looking good for the Australians here. It's a long way back. Anything could happen, though, in the World Cup. Can the Australians grit it out, find some determination? And they do. Hrustic gets through. And it's 2-1. Is there a sign of hope here for the Australians? So I guess, if you want to deviate from whether you play Ultimate Team and you play Career Mode, just something a little bit different to check out for a while. Maybe a couple of playthroughs with your favourite nation and try and win the World Cup. A little bit different to how you would normally do it in a Career Mode sense. So yeah, this is free. This is out there, and EA were nice enough to let us come across and check it out before it did hit the market. And you know what? It was a little bit enjoyable. Good to catch up with everyone. It's been a while since we've had a proper event. Irvine gets us a goal here for Australia to make it 2-2 in the 81st minute. So game on. And twists and turns of a World Cup final. Like, regardless of who's in the World Cup final this year, it would be nice to see, a real battle, a real war of attrition. And yeah, good luck to all the teams that are in the World Cup this year. Not heading over to Qatar myself, I don't think. A little bit warm. Ooh, Aussies were in. But there we go, 90 minutes. It will go to extra time. All right, here we go. Kicking off. Australia having a lot of possession. Just playing possession football. Not trying to do too much, but obviously they would like to win, I guess. Oh, look out. Good save from Matty Ryan. Aussie's trying to press forward again. Out wide. Inside. And no, good defence there from the Belgians. Well, Aussies are looking to attack a little bit here. But yeah, feel free if you've got any comments that you want to leave down below about this game mode and your thoughts when it does come out. If you want any feedback, feel free to throw it in the comment section. I do read the comments on my channel, so I will see what you put down there. Is it a waste of time? I don't know. Just something extra that they've added to the game. Here we go, Australia. No, broken down again. Oh. So as we were hitting the closing stages of this, I was like, oh no, it's gonna go to penalties, isn't it? I didn't want to leave it to chance, so I thought we might have to. Oh, post shot. It's time to jump in and have a bit of a look at what's happening with the gameplay. Now, I had a few little issues here with the recording setups and stuff that we had there at the event. But managed to get a little bit of footage here, and we are going to penalties. So can the Aussies do it? Can I help them across the line? Ooh, it's tense stuff. Let's go. Penalty shootout. 2-2 at the end of full time. A very entertaining second half there by the looks of things. But here we go. Aaron Moy stepping up. The new penalty system, if you're not familiar with this, I sort of haven't really taken a lot of penalties this FIFA. So I was a little bit tense as well. Set up for the first one nicely. Lukaku steps up and absolutely bottles it. Absolutely bottles it. How's that cost them the World Cup? We don't know. McLaren steps up. And it was interesting to see that the goalkeepers kind of felt like they were jumping a little bit early. Hazard puts it in. Matty Ryan goes late. Boyle steps up. But just watch Courtois. He sets himself. And he's jumping before you've even kicked it. Like, I guess goalkeepers would preempt that, but you get a feeling that it should be a little bit later. Sainsbury steps up. Fourth penalty. And he knocks it in. It's 4-2. If Matty Ryan can make the save here against Carrasco, Australia will lift the World Cup. Some nice little additions there to the crowds of the flag afros. 4-3. Goodwin steps up. Could this be it for Australia? This man's got a very oversized hat on. Good one. The dot is moving rapidly. And Courtois went so early. So early. And there we go. Australia winning the World Cup. And that is the new FIFA World Cup mode. You can play through every game and all that kind of stuff. Didn't really have that amount of time at the capture event to sit there and get it all done. But yeah, just a little bit of an insight so you can see what this game mode's all about. Hopefully you get in there and just have a couple of goes at least and just see the presentation packages and all that kind of good stuff. And yeah, have a bit of fun with it, get the mates around, pick a tournament, play against each other. You can actually select every single team to play as if you wanted to. So if you had 32 mates around, you could all pull a team out of a hat and play yourself through a World Cup in a night. It wouldn't take that long. I guess if you could put it on 3-minute halves or something, I guess you could have a pretty fun time. Maybe get on the beers. But there we go. That is the FIFA World Cup mode. Thanks to EA again for sending us out to London, Australia, lifting the World Cup, and we'll leave you with the celebrations. We'll see you in another video. I'm Sparring DK. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, and you have a good one.
This is what you dream about as a young player, and these players are now World Cup winners. It's absolutely magnificent for them.
The Sparring DK channel now has Patreon, and if you feel like just going that little extra step to help, the channel grow, you can go across to the website, pledge your allegiance to myself, and for $1 a month, you're basically putting it in a jar and allowing for us to go and buy some more beers and record some more beer drinking episodes. Thank you very much to the current lads that have gone ahead and supported the channel. Absolutely tremendous to see anybody willing just to give that $1 a month at this stage. I cannot thank you from the bottom of my heart. You really will make a difference in the future. So jump across there if you're that way inclined to the Patreon channel. Sign up today and we'll see if we can get some extra beer drinking episodes for you at home. Now, if you are looking for some more content, we've got a couple of videos, one here, and if you want to subscribe, there's a button right there. So go ahead, subscribe, and you'll be notified when the videos